Hello, if you're a local business in SA and you want Vince and I to join you on site for one of our on-site live recording sessions of our podcast, please reach out to us at hello@livinpodcast.com.
It's a great opportunity for expanded reach, customer interactions, and some authentic storytelling opportunities for your brand.
Not to mention fun.
Of course it's fun. So email us at hello@livinpodcast.com and we will see you on site really soon.
There's my arms.
Nah, you're too harsh on yourself. Yeah. The gift that you sent me was too much.
I had tuck shop arms last week.
But you did
I might just go like this. I just don't relax.
If you have tuck shop arms, I've got 4 chins.
I'm just going to relax.
No, like not 4 chins, just no chin. Just it's lip, neck.
Oh, look at us in our navy.
Beautiful.
Didn't plan that. At all.
Not at all, no.
We actually didn't.
No, I know, but there's a lot of things we
making it
don't
sound-
plan,
I know,
and we
and then
always just seem to be
It's
in
crazy.
sync.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Another episode of Living with Vince and Nancy.
Oh my goodness, Nance, another week's already passed, and I feel like these
know.
weeks are flying.
They are flying.
There's not long till the end of the year.
Oh, but the weather's changing. It doesn't.
Oh my
doesn't it just make you
goodness.
happy?
Incredibly happy.
Oh.
Have you heard of SAD, seasonal affective disorder?
Well, I haven't heard SAD, but I've heard of depression that's brought upon purely
Yes,
by the weather.
100%. So, like, I feel like I suffer
Yes,
a little bit.
So do I.
Joya suffers it real bad during
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah.
And I've got a few friends who do actually, but it's amazing the difference that it makes. And even just like this last 2 weeks, sunshine in Adelaide,
The days
everybody's
are getting
outside.
slightly longer.
A little bit longer, that's right. It's making it harder for bedtime, but that's okay. It's okay. But even like coming down here today, like again,
Yeah.
as I was driving down Seaview Road, I just look outside and I'm like, gosh, it's beautiful down here.
Yeah, it's this time of year is just delightful.
It was really the first time I clocked it as I was leaving my suburb. And I was like, gosh, it's green up here.
Yes.
And then as I was like driving down the hill, I
Yeah.
thought to myself, we're really polar opposites in
Yeah.
some ways.
We actually are.
We're hills and sea,
Yeah.
and we're Nap and Callow.
We are yin and yang.
Yin and yang?
Yeah, yin and yang. Yin.
Ying?
Yin.
Is there a G
Yin.
on the end?
No, there's no. That's why I added one because you looked at me funny. It's yin and yang, isn't it?
I thought it was yin and yang. Okay.
But you said I added a G, but now you're saying there's a G.
I'm saying there is a G. Is there a G?
Well, when you looked at me funny, can we start again?
I looked at you funny because I thought you said yin and yang. No, I love this. Let's not complain about that. We've got too many other things to talk about today.
You always question me.
Do you feel like I do?
I'm really bad. I'm really bad with getting things like that wrong, though. Like really bad.
But that's like when, could you be more Pacific?
No. I get those things right.
100% you
I
do.
can't stand that.
It's a pet hate.
And when people write lose, when they've got loose,
Brought and bought?
like loose and lose and and
No.
choose and chose, no. We haven't even started our topic today, and we've just gone off.
Love it.
Love it.
Welcome to Monday.
Welcome to Monday, and what we are going to discuss tonight, and it's kind of coming off because I had one of my awesome book club catch-ups. Yeah.
I'm laughing because you say
Awesome.
book club.
I love it.
What book was it this month? Exactly.
Exactly. It's just the name. It's just our name. I love it. And
Yeah.
it was much needed. Unfortunately, it wasn't the full crew, this one, because a few people had other commitments. But, the few of us that was there, it's always
It's always a good time with you girls, I think.
It's a good time, but it's quality time and it's no judgment, and I love that.
That's the best way to be though, isn't it?
No judgment.
Judgment-free space. That's what this show is.
Yep.
Judgment-free space.
Absolutely love it. But this time we went to just, pub down here in the West.
Mm-hmm.
And it was lovely, quite casual and whatever. And it's a pub that we all used to frequent.
Back in the day?
Well, not back in the day, but even, not together, but would go, we
Right.
each go.
It
to
was
this.
the place.
Yeah, it was, and we still do. But I think this night, it was a Friday night maybe, I don't know. We all turned to each other and said, because there was a few complaints at our table. And then we thought, wow, is it wrong here, or maybe we've just outgrown it?
Hang on, complaints about the venue.
Yeah, just in complaints about, because we ordered sort of not cocktail jugs, but they weren't cocktail jugs. They were, I don't even know if they were sangria or whatever they called, but just jugs of drink.
Sounds good to me.
But anyway, they were going down way too easy and you could not taste 1 ounce of alcohol.
Yes.
So, the girls were saying, this is fruit juice. I didn't come out, leave my kids home to drink fruit
pay
juice.
$20 for OJ.
I could have had apple juice at home. Like, do you know what I mean? So anyway, we were there and there was a few times that, the girls would, and rightly so, someone would come over and they'd say, oh, sorry, look, we think you've forgotten the alcohol. And they weren't doing anything wrong by speaking up. But Nancy, who conflict is like a bit...
It's not your bag.
All of a sudden, I was into that football game that was on the screen. I was just into it. And I think one of the mums caught on and she was like, Nance, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just going to wait for this to be over because I can't even cope. And then what happened? So we're complaining that there wasn't hardly any alcohol in this alcoholic beverage. And so we've ordered, a few jugs. Everyone sort of bought around. So, we all get like 1 glass out of a jug full, whatever. So then there's like a jug that's got like, this much left in the jug.
Yeah.
And the guy's come and he's cleared that one.
No.
Because we've got others on the go.
No.
And he's taken it. And one of the mums, she's watched him and I thought it, don't get me wrong. I absolutely
100%.
thought it. But he's turned and he's gone quite a few steps. And then she's like, no, excuse me.
100%.
She's like, there's a whole glass full left in that. We're drinking that. And he goes, oh, how can you drink that? It's just ice. It's all ice. And she's like, well, if you're going to forget to put the alcohol in it,
I'm going to drink
we're
every
going
drop.
to drink every single drop
100%.
in there. And so then I was back to the TV screen. I was like, okay, all of a sudden, 2 teams don't follow, don't care. But I was in.
I was going to ask you who was playing.
I was in. I think it was...
Brisbane and Carlton?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that was Saturday. So Friday
Was
night
that
it
Saturday?
was GWS.
Yes.
And someone.
I couldn't tell you because I wasn't watching.
But anyway, yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, so then it brought me to this topic of do you complain at restaurants?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and I do as well when there's something not right. I do.
Yeah.
But I try and do it in such a lovely way that it's too much because I feel so bad. But yet, for example, quite often when we go to, Asian restaurant or something and I'll ask for a fried rice, no egg.
Yeah.
I don't like egg. I just don't like it. So they'll come and they'll be like, oh my gosh, that's pretty much my whole meal pretty much because if I'm not that hungry, I'm happy with
totally.
that night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't eat it. So then when they come over, I'm like, look, I'm really sorry and I'm talking like this because I want to die. And I'm like, look, I'm sorry, but we said no egg.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they go, no, you didn't.
Don't tell me what I said.
And then that switch goes flick. I was being
the
nice.
nice is off now, mate.
No Nancy
Here comes
niceness.
the real Nancy.
Yep. And I'm like, no. I wouldn't have said because I don't eat it.
Yeah.
I don't eat it.
So, okay.
So, yeah.
I've got points that I want to quickly run through with some of this with you because I agree
go.
with all of this.
Go.
The Friday night sounds really fun.
Always fun.
Always fun with you girls.
Always fun.
And
the highlight of that night is we go to leave and the music started by now. And as we're crossing over the dance floor, because bless, one of the girls' husbands came to pick us up.
Love that.
Our Uber driver. 5 stars all the way, Johnny. 5 stars all the way. So when he's come to pick us up, we're crossing over the dance floor, but we happen to like that song, so we're having a boogie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we should have danced earlier. Now it's time to go. And she's like, I'll just tell Johnny to go home. I said, but he's here.
What, you're just going to turn around?
And she'll go, yeah, I'll just message him and tell him to go home. I'm like, no. And of course, then I've gone into wedgie mode again. Wedge. And I'm like, no. The guy's here. Like, you probably wouldn't even come and pick us up. So Johnny's here, we're going.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was just off topic, the fact that we were about to leave and she was going, no, I'll just tell him to go home.
No, but how good.
Yeah, I know.
That's a fun marriage. That's what you want to have.
That is awesome.
No, I was going to say the clearing of the jug though.
Yeah.
So I answered when you said, do I complain in restaurants? I went, yeah, like as if it's like just a sport. Like, what should we do today? Let's go ruin a waiter's day. No, not at all. I don't do it often. I do it when it's needed.
Same.
Because I believe in good service. Like if you are in any job, any role, not just in a hospitality role, but I believe in good service.
Yes.
So when I don't receive good service, I let it go usually, unless there is a what do you call it? Like not a confrontation, but I guess like a situation.
Yeah.
Like maybe like they've said something or like they've taken a jug, or then I'd be like, hey, 100%, excuse me. We've gone to a couple of functions in the last couple months between like Father's Day and weddings and things where they've literally had staff coming around and picking up. So let's just say that was like a
at
beer.
the end of the night, or
but
not even
middle of the meal.
Yeah.
Middle of the
and
meal.
they're clearing.
I'm fucking eating, and this bloke comes, picks up my can, shakes it, puts it back down, picks up your cup.
What restaurant were you at?
Hey,
what restaurant were you at? Sorry.
oh, it was a club.
Oh, okay.
It was
when
an
you
Italian
said
club.
can, I was like, oh,
Yeah, what kind of restaurants? Yeah, fancy can.
That was fancy.
Oh, I'll just have a can of sparkling water, thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. All the finest dining places have cans on the table, don't they? But normally I have to pop a straw in it.
Yeah.
But no, they come around, they're picking it up, but not just picking it up from the side, Nance. The thing that actually, even like beer bottles on the table, they were picking them up around the neck or like the top like that. And then they're like shaking them from the top of the can and to check. And then even if there's a little bit, they're fucking taking them. So by the time you turn to have a drink, your drink's gone.
It's
That's
either
the thing
gone
that
or it's got
annoys
their
me.
fingerprint all over the rim.
And that kills it for me. Like I can't deal with
I
that.
Don't no.
You know I don't like
No.
people touching my things,
No.
let alone where I'm eating.
Yeah.
So I do complain. Service, food, and especially when it comes to like ingredients or
Yes.
like specific things like no egg, and
Yeah.
then to be told, well, you didn't say that. But why would I then say it when it's here? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not
Yes.
going to waste the chef's time.
Yes.
But here's a tip for you, because you said it before. You said, I don't eat egg.
Yeah.
I don't like egg. And I'm giving my secrets away again, because you know how I do. This always happens on this show.
Okay, hang on. Where's my
Get
pen?
your
I've got
pen.
some paper. Yep. Tell me.
Tell them you're allergic to it, you idiot.
Ah,
Tell them you're allergic to it, and then
they
if
run.
they fuck it up, they run, mate.
they run.
Trust me.
Yeah, right.
Guys.
Because there was another time that I said no chicken because I'm veggie. And then all of a
100%.
sudden it's vanished, but it's come back within like a minute. So I'm like, have they just picked out the chicken?
Yeah.
They have, haven't they?
100%. You think they remade that dish?
No, I don't.
way.
But I'm like,
I've had that happen where it's the exact same thing, and it's just, they've just literally spat in it, returned it.
That's the fear. And this is probably why I'm talking about it. Like, do you have that fear that they will do something?
Yes, but I think that's because I grew up in a time where that was like the thing. It was like the joke in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Spit in your burger. If you upset them, they're going to spit in your food.
Yeah.
All that. And like it was really reflected in a lot of media. Like
it's a myth, right? Right? I think it's a myth. Come on.
I want to say it is, but I know it's not, because I've heard some things.
No.
No. I heard a confession on another podcast I was listening to. They were sharing some confessions from listeners, and this woman said that it was like a girl from school who wasn't very nice to her in school came into her restaurant that she now owns, and this woman was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you own the place," rah rah rah, and she was still quite like not standoffish, but
Snob.
it seems snobby. Yeah, snob. So this woman, when she made her drink, she actually spat in her glass, mixed her drink, and then watched her drink it.
No.
So as much as we say it's a myth,
That's a criminal offence.
Do you remember the poo saga? Like years ago, there was a pub in Sydney that served human shit in a glass. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but do you know what I do remember?
Tell me.
The the Big Brother episode where
The turkey slap.
No, she got someone's toothbrush and wiped the inside of the toilet bowl. Do you remember that?
Oh, no.
Do you remember that?
I would be mortified.
The inside of the toilet bowl, I can't remember which episode.
Who was it? Do you know what season? Chrissy Swan season?
No. After that, but not one of the later. Yeah.
I only say Chrissy Swan. To me,
remember?
she's a marker. Chrissy and Reggie were a marker in my Big Brother timeline. And Fitzy.
Chrissy and Fitzy, that was my year that I was almost there.
Hang on, what?
I've told you this. I got down to the last 5 for Adelaide, the year that Fitzy got picked, as if they're not going to pick Fitzy over Nancy Timpano. Bit rude, Fitzy. Yeah, I went through the whole audition process.
How did I not know that?
I'm sure.
No, this is not the face of somebody in the know.
No, a lengthy audition process for Big Brother. OMG. We have spoken about this, and when I say a few things, I think you'll remember.
You'll jig my memory.
Yeah. So, yes,
Jig my memory,
when
jog
we
my
got
memory.
to Adelaide, the final stages, I was down to signing contracts.
Oh, my God, Nance, that's
to the
fine.
point that I didn't get chosen. Obviously, Fitzy did. But I was still under contract because should something have happened, I could still have gone in as an intruder. So what happened was, why am I talking about this now? Is just teaching you something that you didn't know.
Toothbrush around the toilet?
Yeah, toothbrush. Yeah, so that episode. And I think what happened is when I had my photo shoot in Adelaide, so firstly I rocked up and it was the day, so it was a Sunday morning and it was a hotel in the city that we had to go to. And you had your specific time because you couldn't see any other people that were there. But I got there an hour early because of daylight savings.
Nance doesn't, she's not late.
Yeah, it wasn't one of those. It was like I stuffed up the time because of, and we were told not to be too early, not to be too late, but I got there a whole hour early. So when I've gotten there, it's like they've smuggled me in. They're like,
put a black bag over your head,
they
into the back.
Put me in the kitchen.
Stop.
The kitchen. There was the chef cooking, and I was like, they sat me on a chair in the corner. They said, you need to wait here.
And so while you were sitting in the kitchen, you didn't observe the chef spitting in anyone's food?
Because at the time I was like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. So I've got there an hour early and so they had to hide me in the kitchen. And then when I went there, I had to knock on the door to open up, get my hair and makeup done. And when the girl opened, the makeup artist said, finally a girl. And I was like, I'm the only girl.
Wow.
I'm the only girl.
Love that.
But then Fitzy got in. Look, it was a good call.
Hey, look, good call.
And I think they saw straight through me because I told them all the things that I thought they wanted to hear.
Oh, you can't do that.
When the panel was watching me of psychologists, they were so, Nancy, would you shower naked? I'm like, yeah.
100%.
On national TV, I'm going to shower naked.
We have talked about this because that's what you've said.
There you go.
You have told me this because I would have said you would have been in like a wetsuit.
Wetsuit, yeah.
Is 100%. What you said. Because I said you would have been bathers and you were like, wetsuit.
No, yeah. And even when I had to do my bikini shot, it wasn't even, we weren't told to do a bikini shot. We was told to do what you would wear to the beach.
Yeah.
So I was being a bit of a smart ass because, yes, I had bathers on, but I had this like sheer overcoat because I wasn't comfortable.
Is that called what are they called?
Many like a caftan.
Caftan.
Yes.
Did you like the way I did this? It's like flowy.
Oh, okay,
I just think of Joya and like holidays whenever I hear caftan.
Caftan. So yes, I wore one of those and you could tell that they weren't impressed by that either. But it wasn't the fact that if I was around the pool, of course I'd just wear my bathers, but I wasn't comfortable about that one bloke cameraman. It was before I was exposed to having photos taken, like,
totally.
You know, and I was like, I'm not comfortable. What if I got a wedgie? Like an actual, not
an actual.
And I have an actual and a wedgie. So to be like chalk, wedge, it would be
combinazione.
Yeah. So no, it wasn't Chrissy Swan and Fitzy because I know that it was sort of in the middle.
So somebody took a toothbrush
and they wiped the inside.
And then put it back in the holder.
Yeah,
that's
to get
gross.
them back.
Nah, you can't. You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's like that episode of Seinfeld where his toothbrush drops in the toilet. No, his girlfriend's, and then she brushes her teeth with it. And then she puts something of his in the toilet, but he doesn't know what it is. So for the whole time he's like freaking out.
Yeah, no.
Seinfeld fan?
I was a little bit. Not like I wasn't crazy. If I was home and it was on, I wasn't like, I don't do reruns. I didn't tape it back then. I didn't. No, but when I did enjoy it. But that's it. Oh, another thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting a bit personal here. Would you let Joya use your toothbrush?
Okay, well.
Oh, no.
Oh, Nance.
What have I done?
No,
I can't stand it. Eugene's gone to do that or has actually done that to me.
Can I tell you?
I want
Joya's gonna die.
Stab him, actually. And I'm like, why is my toothbrush wet? And he goes, oh, because I couldn't find. I'm like, no. I don't care. And he's like, yeah, but and I'm like, don't you even.
Don't you even. Oh, okay.
Dream of touching my toothbrush ever. There's some things.
So before we were married, and we didn't live together before we got married.
Okay.
A lot of people found that really strange. They were like, as if you guys aren't going to live together. I was like, nah, we don't need to. It makes it more special, I think.
Cheaper rent.
Living
at home.
Well, I was paying rent. She was living at home still.
Okay.
I was living with the boys. And then I'm just trying to think if it was either in the house where I was living with my best mates or if it was when I moved into what would then become our marital home and I was living by myself for a few months before the wedding. But I must have brushed my teeth one night.
It's getting me like
and then
sweaty.
Like I feel like she was then brushing her teeth, getting ready for bed one night, and I remember walking past or maybe like watching and just being like, I've got an electric toothbrush as well.
Yep.
I haven't had a manual one for 20 years, I reckon at least. So I've got an electric one. She's never had one before that. And
she did that night. Did she?
Yeah, she used it. And literally I just remember being like,
Joya,
hang on, is that my toothbrush? And she was like, And she was like, I left mine at home, and I was like, okay, like, and she was like, the same as Eugene, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kiss your mouth all the time. I said, but it's different.
Care.
So what did I do? Bought her an electric toothbrush. Get your own. Get your own toothbrush.
But
Swap the head, or at least, no, actually, sorry, I beg your pardon. I didn't get her her own toothbrush immediately. I gave her a new head, and I was like, this is your head.
That's fine.
Did she swap it all the time? No.
Yeah, no. See, and Eugene's okay with that. If he
So is she. And
I'm not.
I have been okay with it once when we went away. I think we were camping or maybe in holiday, and I, for some reason, didn't have my own, and I was like just desperate.
No.
Because I don't do fairy teeth. I can't.
I would rather put toothpaste on my finger and
I've done that.
do that.
I've done it with like tissues.
Rather than use someone else's toothbrush.
Oh my God, this is so funny.
Wow.
Joy, if you're listening, and I know you are, I love you. I'm sorry.
Look, he pumped you up last week, but now...
Pumped you up last week? Yeah.
Just
last
to
week,
drop you like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, darling.
It's all right. I did it with Eugene too, so I've dropped it. It's okay. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm just trying to think back to the OG topic here, just complaining in restaurants. About what the worst complaints I might have made. Like, I've definitely complained about like this food, or are you someone who I'm not good with once I get an idea in my head about the food that I'm eating?
Yeah.
So even if like one little piece of chicken just has a funny texture, I can't eat the rest of the dish because my brain's then like salmonella.
Yes.
So I can't deal.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, you might get like one little bit that doesn't, I was going to say one hair, but if the hair's dismissed to me. As soon as I get a hair, I'm like, done.
I know. And
over.
100%
Over.
I'm done as well.
Glass. I had glass in a salad at a pub. This is 10 years ago. I went out to dinner at a pub before a movie one night, ordered a bruschetta and was eating that. And then I was like, something just wasn't, it was crunching. And I managed to like spit it out, and it was like a piece of glass. And then so like I put it down, and then the person I was with also found a piece of plastic. Like, so what had happened, I think there must have been like a broken tub, like a plastic tub of something in the back. And immediately like we called the waiter over like, oh, I'm really sorry. And they're like, oh my God. Didn't get the meal for free. Not that I expected it for. I did expect it for free. I said I wasn't, but I did. If I got glass in my food, I'm expecting that meal for free.
Yes.
They took a 15% off. 15% off that day.
Wow. See, I think because we're honest, I'm disgusted, and I think that should be for free, because there's probably people out there that abuse it and plant, like they probably eat most of their
people
meal
who bring a bag of glass with them
and then put a hair in it. I'm about full now.
Oh, no, that's not right. You can't do that.
I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is I'm shocked by that, because I've been in situations where, yes, if you've complained about something, but I do it again in such a nice way. Like, I'm really pissed off, but I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry, but we can't eat that. And they're like, oh, my gosh, that's totally on us. That is, oh, my gosh, we'll get you a fresh one.
I've never really been met with pushback, to be fair. Like, it's very rare that I feel like they push back and be like, well, hang on, you're wrong.
No,
as the customer. No,
apart from the egg thing. But quite often they're lovely. But it takes a lot for me to actually say it.
Yeah,
like, it has to be inedible or something for me to say it. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh my God, I have to suck it up and say, or they'll come and collect. And there's been times in the past where they've come and collected it, and they're like, oh, was everything all right? Yeah, everything was fine. But it wasn't, because that night I thought, would you like it in a takeaway?
No.
Thank you.
There are definitely times where I've not said stuff and I've just gone with, I'm just too full.
Because
I can't be bothered with the rigmarole.
Yes.
To have that conversation, I just don't even want to have to get into it. But no, I'd definitely say something. I think you should. I think when you're paying for something, you have every right to say, hey, sorry, that wasn't up to scratch. Or, you know, when it comes to like ingredients specifically, or specifically, depending on which school you come from. Specifically. Coming to ingredients specifically, if you don't eat something, I would say, I'm allergic to it. I've told you that's what I do with dogs now. Have I told you that?
Yes.
I told you that already.
That's a good one.
Allergic, Allergic to dogs.
And Book Club, by the way, wanted to come to one of our on-sites with all their little pets just for you.
I know.
After hearing that episode.
They
were like, can we come over and bring our dog?
I'm not a monster, guys. It's not that I don't love dogs. I just don't, I like it. I'll pat a dog. I don't need to be best friends with it, and I don't need a lick in my face. Simple. Okay? All right, so complaining in restaurants.
Yes.
Do you do it? Do you not do it?
Yeah. And what pushes you to the nth degree that you need to?
The first thing beyond the food even, it's the service.
Yes.
I can't deal with poor service.
That's right.
No, it's not even worth it.
I've had probably most of the poor service I've probably had
Yeah.
is from air hostesses.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they're the most accommodating.
No.
Really?
Yeah, and look, not often. Look, over my age and the years of travelling, there's been a lot of great, beautiful experiences. But there's definitely been some times, or even if it hasn't happened for me, because when you're on a flight, what am I going to do? I'm going to people watch. That's what I'm going to do.
That's the best.
So I watch them, how they, interact with others.
And they get to you.
And I'm like, it could be nice, because at the end of the day, you are being paid. This is what you are here to do.
I know, but even that...
No, I'm not saying you're not here to cop abuse.
No.
But you have to do your job pleasantly.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I guess how many people does it take for you to interact with before the hello, welcome, right this way, sir. Hello, can I get you anything? Oh, good afternoon, sir. Hello, madam. How many people do you think it would take to get through before you start getting, hello, madam. Thank you, sir. Yes, this way, sir. Before you start losing the shine. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Because I feel like, and as much as I'm commenting on service, when you look at the realities of it, depending on the customer as well, like sometimes customers can be jerks.
Yeah, 100%.
Customers can be jerks.
And they
and
feel
I've
very
seen that.
righteous.
Oh my God, okay. So
Very
we went out for
righteous.
great-grandma's birthday breakfast.
Bless.
I know.
Very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky to have great-grandma. Well, she's
Very
not
lucky.
she's Joya's grandma, but
Yep.
we call her great-grandma for the kids. It's very confusing how many
Oh,
grandmas
hang on.
they've got.
So is it a grandma or great-grandma?
It's Joya's grandma. It's the boys' great-grandma.
Right. Okay, I was like, wow.
So the boys are very
Yes.
lucky to have great-grandma
Yes,
around.
yes.
We're still lucky to have grandma.
Yes.
So we went for breakfast for her birthday a month ago, and a woman sitting at the table behind our table, I was looking directly past grandma at this woman at the table. She ordered avocado on toast, and it was a croissant with avocado in it. And when it came to the table, they had tomato in it as well, tomato and avocado as well. And she was like, this is not what I ordered. She made a huge hullabaloo about it, to the point where other patrons, ourselves included, were a bit like, But she really ripped into the waitress.
Yeah.
And the waitress was very apologetic. She was like, I'm so sorry, madam, let me go get you a new one. And she said, that's how it comes. Like, it actually comes with avocado, tomato. And she was like, yes, I know, but I asked for it to be taken out. I want just avocado. I'm not paying for this. And she immediately I'm not paying for it, made them give her a new one, then said, I don't want it, and left.
No.
Yeah, she was really rude.
She
and
woke
that's
up
just
in
come
a
to mind when we're saying customers
that
can be
is
jerks too.
so wrong.
And where do you sit with the customer's always right?
Yeah, no, I don't sit with it very well at all.
Oh, that's good. I agree.
Because I've been in retail for my whole life, and
the customers
it's
are
the
not
way you
always right.
approach it,
Yes.
and you've got to be understanding,
Totally.
and you've got to listen. But are they always right?
No.
Can I talk them round? Bloody oath.
Bloody oath you can. Love it, guys.
I'm I'll crack them. Speaking of, just quickly before you finish, I can't do something I cannot do.
What?
Just when you said avocado, a bad avocado.
but that's a good fat.
Yeah, it's a good fat, but I can't do a bad avocado.
Oh, sorry. You can't do a bad avo.
That kills my life.
Totally.
If there's some
brown, nah, I'm
that
out.
just straight away I was like, if there's a bit of brown, I'm like, I haven't had to complain yet, but I would.
Totally.
I'd have to say, oh my God. And I know avocados are expensive, but you know what? I need a green
Not
one.
for me. Yeah, it's got to be green. I like them a bit firm still.
Yeah.
Personally. Hey, horrendous or tremendous?
Oh,
Let's do it.
What do we got? What do we got?
What do we got?
You know what? I would have to probably say horrendous. Yeah. And look, there's worse things out there. And this, you're involved in this as well. But yesterday, we had many things planned for our day, my little family.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those back to back. Sometimes you think, sometimes I wish I had something to do. And then other times you think, I wish I had nothing to do. And it was one of those days we had back to back planned our day, from Jaden's soccer presentation to visiting my niece who had just missed her birthday, to coming to your son's birthday party, to going to visit my sister around the corner from then going past my cousin's birthday that we'd just missed. We'd literally planned it to finishing
That's a full-on
off
day. That's chock-a-block.
night at dinner at Mum's.
Beautiful.
What happens? Jaden wakes up.
It's the worst.
Croup.
Yeah.
What did we do? Zilch.
Niente.
Zap. So that's why it's horrendous. But
dear.
that's okay. Worse things. But yeah, our weekend was a bit ordinary. But bloody hell, did I do some cleaning around here? Because I was home.
I've never seen anything out of place here.
Oh, yeah.
You made me laugh when you came to my house and you're like, did you say this was a mess?
Oh, my God. Yes, you've said that before. And I'm like, wow, he's
You're
never
crazy.
This is before you came to my house. And I'm like, wow, if this is a mess, he's never coming over.
Those days are so frustrating, I think, because like you said, some days you are like, I wish we could do something. But then those days where you plan meticulously and you're like, we're going to be here at this time and here. And it's military time almost. And then it just all falls in a heap.
And the reason I say horrendous is the fact that Jaden was devastated to miss his soccer presentation.
100%.
And, you know, his dad's the coach. So he just missed out big time. So that's why it was horrendous, because I had to watch through his eyes missing out. Yes, I missed out on, catch-ups and stuff, but for him, I was devo.
Well, I brought you some cake down today.
I know.
Got your party favours.
I can't wait.
Can't miss out on that.
What was yours?
Mine's got to be tremendous.
Oh, yay! Yin and yang. See, now I'm completely.
No, that's okay. I love it. No, well, we'll look it up after the episode and we'll put it in the show notes for everyone just to clarify. No, tremendous. I'm 3 weeks into working on my own, being out in the world as a real grown up, and it's amazing the difference in my mentality. My physical day has changed so much.
And I've got to say, well done to you, because you have been out of full-time work, for example, but you're very hard to catch. You're very busy.
Well, somebody asked me yesterday,
great.
they said, did you give yourself a space between sort of exiting and then going into your own venture? And just with the timing of everything, the answer was no. I haven't. I haven't actually taken a second. So I sort of went straight from leaving at the end of August. And then we went straight into like Royal Show prep. And we did like a week at the Royal, couple of days at the Royal Show for recording. And that week, new clients, old clients, just restructuring the whole schedule. And it has become flexible, but it is busy. And it's good. Amazing. Like it is good. We're taking a week away next week. We're going to go for a little family trip and get away. And that's going to be my sort of respite, and I'll come up for air there and give myself a little break before going into this last 3 months of the year.
Wow, can you believe it?
What?
Oh my gosh.
But no, tremendous. Life is so wonderful. I've had such great support, such great I have nothing to complain about.
And the best is yet to come.
But hey, guys, we hope you have a fantastic week wherever you're listening from this week. We'll see you next Monday for another episode of Living with Vince Fusco and Nancy Timpano.
Or yin and yang, or yin and yang. You choose.
Whatever you want to call us. Yalang yalang. We'll see you next week.
I've got that oil.
Actually, that's one that I really love the smell of.
Oh, do you know what yalang yalang does?
What?
Don't you know?
Is it a sexy oil?
It's an aphrodisiac.
Oh, it is a sexy oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's an episode.
If you're not in the mood, yalang yalang.
Yalang yalang.
Yalang yalang. That's what it turns into when you. Is that still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just gone flat. We love all our Livin' listeners, but you know what we'd love even more? We would absolutely love it if you could possibly hit that follow button.
Oh, don't just hit the follow button, hit the download button, hit the share button, hit the love button. 5 stars, guys. Chuck us a review if you felt so compelled.
hello@livinpodcast.com. Reach out and maybe we can even come and visit your work site one day too.
Oh, we do love a good on-site recording, guys. hello@livinpodcast.com. We can't wait to hear from you soon.